Hello Virgo and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do your reading for the week of June 12th to the 18th. So first you have shadow, wholeness, integration, repressed emotions, and mystery. I feel like this very contemplative energy within you right now. It feels like there are some things clicking in your mind. I'm also seeing here like kind of repressed emotions coming to the surface this week. So be very patient with yourself at this time. The number 37 might be important to you in some way, so pay attention to that. You might see it repeating this week. There could be messages there. Just look up the spiritual meaning of the number 37. I just feel like there are hidden parts of yourself that are coming to the surface to be integrated. I'm seeing a lot of just memories, a lot of emotions coming through. I don't know why. So that's really beautiful. We have creative blocks coming through as well. If you're an artist of any kind, you can offer all work to the divine, making it God's alone. I offer this for the highest good and benefit of the planet. Release me from any blocks and restrictions. May this serve all who need. Beautiful. So to me, it feels like there is some type of big emotional creative shift going on. So I don't know if that's lining up with your physical environment in some way. If, for example, there is like an important phone call between you and a family member that you haven't seen in a long time, or if you're like visiting someone, or I don't know, you know what I mean? It's just like, to me, I don't know if there's something external that is triggering all of this. Maybe the tarot will give us some more information on that, but I'm just seeing all of these emotions flooding to the surface, and I'm actually seeing you being a little bit shocked at how you're feeling, like you didn't expect these emotions to come through. I'm also seeing some realizations coming through, but right now it's very like emotional, so it's hard to explain. Your energy this week is the 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. Okay, beautiful. We see the third eye open here, stunning. And this is the very psychic, intuitive, as well as I want to say mentally creative energy system. And so this week is going to be a really healing one for you. I feel like there's just all of these unspoken emotions that have been lingering beneath the surface that are all going to come flooding out. And I'm seeing a moment here where maybe like you're seeing someone for the first time in a while, and like you don't expect it to be this big dramatic thing, but then maybe you or them start crying and you're like hugging each other, or I don't know, I'm seeing like you thought everything was fine, and then all of these emotions come flooding to the surface, or you're convincing yourself that it was fine, and then all of these emotions come flooding to the surface. I don't know if that makes any sense, but you know, let's get on with the reading, I guess. If it makes sense to you, leave a comment down below telling me how this resonated. We're going to get your tarot cards now. We're going to do 9 cards, 3 rows of 3. I'm just going to pull them all out now, face down. I know you can't see them. One day I'll get a second camera. And I'm going to flip them over one at a time. So the first card usually represents like where you're at now or where you have been in the past couple of weeks. And your first card is Temperance, which to me, I'm seeing here like holding yourself together emotionally. I just keep coming back to this message of like remaining balanced, remaining tempered. Okay, this is going to be a weird example, but have you guys ever been like really emotional in like a public setting, and you know, you're around people and you really have to hold yourself together, and then you get into the bathroom and then you just start like silently sobbing and you have to like pull it back together and like this is such a sad story, and you have to like clean the tears out of your eyes and like go back to the party and like everything's fine. I don't know why that visualization just came through for you. Maybe this is something you've been doing for the past few weeks, or like you've just been kind of emotionally overwhelmed and having to hold yourself together, and there's some type of release happening this week. So I don't know, to me I'm seeing something with your grandma. I don't know, for some of you guys it feels, and I don't know this feeling because I never had a grandma, but kind of like, you know, you're around these big scary people all day, you're at school all day, you had a rough day, you're holding back your tears, and then you go home to your grandma and then you hug and then you just start bawling your eyes out. That is such a specific visualization, and you know, maybe this is like a repressed childhood memory for some of you. It feels very similar to that type of energy though, where it's like you had a bad day at school and you had to hold back tears the whole time, and then you finally get into your safe space and then you just immediately start sobbing. Have any of you guys experienced something like that when you were a child? I feel like a lot of us have. in a very uncontrollable way. It's just like you're finally in your safe space, and then you can't control these emotions from coming forward. But for some reason, I'm seeing that kind of being the case for you this week. So I don't know if it's just that you've been working so hard and had so many responsibilities, and now this week you finally have some time, or maybe you're taking vacation, maybe you're seeing someone who you feel really safe with, and it's just like everything, all the stress you were feeling that you kind of had to push down, it just is allowed to come out, and it's really beautiful. Second card out for you is the Nine of Pentacles in reversed. Okay, some of you guys are definitely addicted to being productive, which is not surprising because you're a Virgo. But I mean, Nine of Pentacles in reversed, this to me, I always correlate this card with the stress of being like an entrepreneur or someone with goals or ambitions. It's kind of hard to let yourself relax sometimes, and it's hard to let yourself not be productive or not do anything productive. So I don't know, I'm just getting that here. Some of you guys might be on vacation, and yeah, sure, you're enjoying it, but I don't know, maybe if it's for your happiness, for example, like you have to strike a right balance, okay? Like when I'm on vacation, for example, I still like to work out. I still like to, have my social media postings and stuff. I won't do personal readings on vacations anymore, but I have my things that make me feel good, that makes me feel like I'm still being a little bit productive, because I am also addicted to being productive. So I'm just seeing something there with you. Maybe finding like a little mini routine this week to kind of help you feel like you're still working towards your goals. May help while you're relaxing. I don't know. Third card out is the Hermit. Yeah, what a reflective, spiritual, psychic type of energy you're in this week. And this is coming out right underneath that sixth chakra, third eye opening. I feel like there's something opening within your heart as well. For some reason, I'm just like getting realizations within you about everything that you've been going through this past year, and what has really been going on here. I'm seeing deep, deep realizations there. I just keep getting this visualization of you having such a busy, uninterrupted schedule, and then for some reason this week, it's like you finally get a break from the productivity, from the responsibility, and it just unleashes so much energy within you. It's like your mind and soul were begging for you to just do nothing, or just to relax, or enter back into the safe space, and it just releases so much within you. It's so healing. I'm seeing a visualization here. Some of you may be revisiting your old childhood home or bedroom or family or something of that nature. There's some type of like comfort space being revisited in some way, shape, or form this week. Okay. Fourth card out. It feels weird to me. Have you ever gone traveling for a while and then you come back home and everything just looks a little weird? That's kind of the energy I'm picking up on here. It's very interesting. Fourth card out, second row, we have the Five of Cups in reversed. So all of these emotions here in the Temperance card that you were kind of balancing out, and you might have had to like kind of push underneath the surface for a bit because you had day-to-day responsibilities. They may be in correlation to some type of loss or ending, some type of grieving going on here, whether that be a death or a breakup that you went through, or a loss, something that you lost. Maybe it could be a move, maybe it's homesickness even for some of you. I'm seeing you kind of feeling that now, processing it this week for sure, which is honestly really good, because then it's like something you don't have to carry with you anymore. It's like when you express these feelings, you feel lighter, you feel freer. Center of your spread this week is Death and Rebirth. Speaking of, yeah, there's a huge shift going on here. I feel like you're totally letting go of your old self and entering this new chapter. And this week, there's some type of break in your routine. I feel it really strongly. And that break in your routine is going to give you the opportunity to kind of like let go of the mindset you were in, let go of the lifestyle you were in. I'm seeing an important epiphany with this as well. It's very strange. It's like there's some type of break in your physical routine, and it's kind of giving you the space to process some things. And while that's happening, you might be getting some epiphanies, some realizations. And after this break, you're going to be a whole new person. So it's like you're kind of guiding yourself away from who you were and stepping into who you're going to be. We're constantly evolving in life, and hopefully you're on an upward momentum evolution. You're getting wiser, smarter, more beautiful every single day. And I feel like for a while it might have been a lot of responsibility, and it's almost like all of this energy was gathering, everything that you've been going through, that energy was gathering. And for some reason this week, you're going to have some time and space to process and integrate all of that information. So it's almost like a download coming through for you, which is really important. Like, I think when we have really busy seasons, and we finally can just rest and relax, it's like everything we just went through, it gets downloaded into our memory, it gets sorted out in our minds, it gets processed. So I just feel like there's a lot of mental energy, heart energy, and things that you've went through that need to go through this processing. And you're having this beautiful break in some of you guys might literally be going on a vacation or traveling. There's a break in your routine, and I wouldn't be surprised if you're going physically away from your hometown, or where you live, not your hometown, wherever you live. If you're taking a physical break from that, or traveling in some way, that's going to trigger this download. We have the King of Cups. Yeah, I feel like this is kind of where you're headed towards. Also, I'm seeing here a very important masculine figure in your life. This could be a father, an uncle, grandfather, mentor, teacher, therapist, someone who is very emotionally sensitive and caring. I'm seeing this coming through as like who you're turning into. I feel like there's a lot of emotional integration going on, as well as like this guide for you in real life. They have something that you need. You need to be taking on more of this energy. So you're being partnered up with this person who is incredibly open with their emotions. And I think they're a man or masculine person, which is really important because a lot of masculine energy heavy people, they're taught by society to not be open with their emotions, to not, be vulnerable and spiritual and creative and all that. I feel like the toxic masculinity side of today's modern society kind of frowns upon those things. But there's like a role model entering your life this week that embodies everything that isn't, all that toxic stuff. And it's going to be really healing for you, even if you are not a masculine person. Just being around this person will help heal you and your own masculine energy and how your relationship with the divine masculine. So it's really beautiful. We see a wonderful person you're connecting with this week who is kind of transferring some of their energy onto you. So that is wonderful. And they're going to help you in this healing process. Some of you guys might even be contemplating getting some type of therapist or life coach or mentor of some sort. If you've been thinking that this is the week to do it, this is the week to book it up or whatever, I don't know. Or some type of guru or guide I'm seeing here. If any of that has been on your mind, this is a yes sign to do that. It's the perfect time to do it because there's a lot to process and they can help you process that. For others of you, this is as simple as calling up whoever this is in your life who fits the bill, or visiting them. Okay. Third row out now, your seventh card is the Page of Pentacles. Oh gosh, what this is kind of showing me? Touching down on new land. So I do wonder if some of you are taking flights or visiting unknown territories. And here's the thing, if you are a psychic or spiritually sensitive or a medium, it is so important for you to visit new land because it's the weirdest thing ever. Anytime I visit a new land, a new city, a new country, and I touch the ground, it's like a very, how do I put this? I don't want to say high paranormal activity the first night I'm there, but high spiritual energy the first night I'm there. Let me put it like that. I always have some type of spirit who is attached to that land introduce themselves to me. I have these weird experiences whenever I'm sleeping on the first night in a new location. And I just see this card as that. It's like her foot is touching down on new land and her energy is spreading, and the land really reacts to her energy super strongly because she's kind of new there, and pages are new energy. So I don't know, I'm getting, and how do I put this? If you're going into a new environment, it's going to bring you new downloads spiritually, new epiphanies, new wisdom, new messages, new meanings. Not just land, same thing with people. If you're meeting a new person, forming a new relationship, that also kind of brings you downloads of new energy. So if you're ever feeling stagnant in your life, it's nothing to be afraid of. All you have to do is go out and meet new people, go new places, and your stagnant energy will not last very long. Or if you feel like something's moving really slowly in your life, same concept applies. Go ahead and introduce yourself to new spirits, okay? Beautiful energy, and I see you doing that this week. Okay, next card out, 8th card, is the Empress. Okay, look at all the abundance that's going to come in for you when you do this. Also, I'm seeing a really deep connection with Mother Earth this week for you as well. I just see here like a very sweet, deep, like spiritual epiphany type of energy that brings you, like, I don't know, it just processes your emotions and you feel so free and you feel like kind of rejuvenated and excited for going back to your routine. As weird as that sounds, it's like you get separated from your routine and it helps you process everything that's going on, and you come back feeling rejuvenated because you have this fresh download of all these new ideas and energies, and you know what you have to do, and you know what this new chapter is going to entail. So I mean, it's really beautiful. And the Empress is like, you're perfectly in energetic alignment. So I see you doing a healing this week that brings you back into that alignment. It really felt like you were carrying so much just unprocessed memories and energies, and you're gonna have like the most amazing reset, however that looks. I wonder if some of you know what I'm thinking of right now? I'm thinking of those like, what are they even called? Those sensory isolation tanks. That's not what they're called. It's like a floating tank, and there's like no sounds or lights and gravity because you're like floating in a salt bath. Some sensory deprivation tank or something like that. Some of you, or maybe like one of you watching, might be doing that this week, but that just came to my mind. It's like you're finally away from all the noise. There's like a break in your routine, and you can just integrate all of this stuff, and you'd be surprised at the internal memories that also come up. So that's interesting. 9th card out for you is the Emperor in reverse, right next to that Empress. Okay. This is really significant because, I mean, this is a matching power couple. Obviously, these are two major arcanas, the Divine Feminine and then Divine Masculine. And this Divine Masculine is in reverse, meaning it's not the best, okay? To be honest, the Emperor in reverse is someone who is very, like, overbearing, domineering, like toxic masculinity, like we just said. That's coming up again, and this is right underneath the King of Cups. So I feel like there's a healing going on in your masculine energy this week, or like maybe someone or something, some events happened here that is kind of challenging your former perspective on life. You know, maybe you subconsciously, like without your awareness, were kind of normalizing some toxic masculine traits. Even if you're a woman, hear me out, okay? Even if you're a woman, you might have been normalizing that, accepting it from other people, being okay with it, and there's just something that might have happened that is kind of, it's almost like breaking that out of you by contrast here. So if the Emperor in reverse represents the toxic masculinity, this King of Cups represents healthy masculine energy. So it's almost like you're getting an example of healthy masculine energy, and now it's making you think, oh my gosh, what was I like normalizing before? You get what I'm saying? And this could be your own behavior, or this could be behavior of friends, people you date, whoever, like, you know, any of the men or masculine people in your life. I feel like there's kind of some healing going on there, which I love to see, because this is something that every single person on this planet should be healing at this time, in this lifetime. I think there's far more that we have normalized that is not okay, that is not healthy. And this is one of the biggest, I would say, like healing projects of humanity at this point in time. So I'm not surprised to be seeing this in your reading. I just see like a healthy male role model coming through to kind of show you either how to be a better person than you were before, which is why we have this Death and Rebirth card coming out, or just realizing and internalizing on a deep level to stop accepting that more toxic behavior in the future. So it's almost like someone's being an example of what a healthy man should look like for you, and it is healing you, okay? So that is beautiful. And that's your reading, guys. Very healing week, very spiritual week, epiphanies, realizations, emotions coming up from the depths. So go ahead and enjoy that. If you want a fuller overview of your week ahead, watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus, because so much can happen in a week. So go ahead and check those videos out from my channel and subscribe. Of course, comment your thoughts and feelings down below. How did this resonate with you? Like this video to help the channel out. And if you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. Bye bye.